In this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to change the serpentine belts on a Kia Sportage. This should be exactly the same from about 2017 to 2022. Now if you buy a serpentine belt and you happen to start changing it and you realize there's actually two of them, then this video is for you. I've seen some guys try to go through from the hood. I've seen videos where guys are taking off the passenger wheel and the wheel well. You don't have to do any of that. I'm going to show you a simple and easy step-by-step video on how to change both serpentine belts, get this job done quickly, and get your vehicle back on the road. The correct and easy way to change these belts is drive your vehicle up on some ramps. We're going to climb underneath and remove that lower engine cover. That lower engine cover is just kind of like a fiber cardboard material. It's held in place by some 10mm screws and some pop fasteners. We just need to go remove all the fasteners, lower that engine cover, and then we can get right to the belts. They're going to be right in front of us. Now you just want to get your Sportage up on some standard size ramps so we can get underneath. Now this is the lower engine cover I'm talking about. As you can see, this one's missing the oil cover, but it's basically just a fiber material. It's got some 10mm bolts and some of those pop fasteners, so just go ahead and remove all of those. Likely some of them are going to be missing, like that one right there. Go ahead and remove them all, and then this lower engine cover will fall right down. Now the screws are going to be 10mm, and there's that lower engine cover. You just turn it to the side and kind of push it out of the way. Depending on who's worked on your vehicle, you may or may not have all of your fasteners. And now with that lower engine cover off, you can clearly see the serpentine belts. Like I said, they're going to be right in front of us. So a tool that's going to help you out is one of these serpentine belt wrenches. It is extremely thin and it has an angle on the end to give you more leverage, and you will need a 17mm. You have a bungee cord around that inner fender liner right there. It's just kind of pulling it away a little bit. Now I have like 4 or 5 inches of clearance in there. So now with that out of my way, I can clearly get right up there to that idler pulley. Now you want to get your serpentine belt wrench on that idler pulley, and then you just pull forward. You see how it releases the belt? Pull it forward like that and then pull the belt off. Need to remove this skinny little 1/2 inch one. So you just need a 22mm socket, put it on the crankshaft pulley, and you only want to rotate this to the right or clockwise. So when you're taking this off, the crankshaft is only spinning to the right. So then what you do, you get a flathead screwdriver in there and you just kind of wedge it up against that pulley, and then you work that belt off. Alright guys, so to put this stretch belt back on, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I've got this large pry bar, and you gotta hold kind of the belt from popping off, and I kind of got it wedged against the frame, and then you're going to turn the crank at the same time, always turning it clockwise, and then you get the belt started out here, but then you just need to keep cranking and work the belt all the way over. And then after about 4 or 5 rotations, the belt will finally be over next to where the engine is, where it's supposed to be. Like, you need about an 18-inch pry bar, because you need to pry the belt over and turn the crank at the same time. And then you always want to rotate the crank to the right, and you can see that it just now walked itself all the way over into the groove where it's supposed to be. All right, so now we need to put the big belt back on. So I have it around the crank. You can see up in there, and then it's around the alternator. So I believe this is the AC unit. So basically this bottom pulley is the one that you're going to put on last. So I've got it around the other 2 pulleys and around that idler. So I'm going to lift up on that idler, going to relieve tension, And then I'm gonna pull down right here to get this one on last. That one's right in front of you. Where I'm taking all the tension off that idler. And the belt's on. Now I'm just gonna turn the crank on the car just a little bit. I'm not gonna start it all the way. I'm just gonna put the key in, give it a quick little turn. I wanna see this spin a little bit. Checking, I'm making sure that the belt is in all the grooves. And there's nothing twisted, nothing rubbing. Now we'll go ahead and start it up and check it out. Guys, the belts are on and in place. Now we can go ahead and reinstall that lower engine cover. Go ahead and remove the bungee cord off of that inner fender level. And that's all there is to it, guys. Both Serpentine belts are on. We didn't even open the hood, and we didn't have to remove any wheels. Now that little 1/2 inch wide stretch belt might cause you to swear a little bit, but you can get this done in your garage. Just take your time. Congratulate yourself, you didn't have to take it to a dealership and pay $250. You did this all on your own. I'll put a link in the description down below how to get the belts and everything off Amazon. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video.